over time, he becomes a key person of influence. So I've heard of professional visa and education services somehow, because I was looking for a migration lawyer, in becoming a key person of influence, because a key person of influence is an expert in their industry. So when you Google what that thing, that niche is that they do, they're going to come up, right? That's a key person of influence. So I've Googled who is Nishant Sharma, Pro Visa Services. This is on Google, the front page of Google, right? So it's his LinkedIn, his website, and then there's a YouTube video of him. Oh, okay, what's this? There's a YouTube video of him. And then I can watch 45 minutes worth of Nish, the CEO, not just talking about migration law, but he's talking about his story. You know, he's sitting with me there. You see a black kid with a red do-rag and a suit. So you're a bit intrigued because that's very weird. You've never seen that before. You're like, wait, huh? Just like you're watching this webinar now. So I'm talking to him. And he was so cool because he's like, sure, put it on your podcast. Like, it doesn't hurt me, right? Because he knows he wants to be a key person of influence in his industry. So that's just free marketing for him. Sure. Because as I said, YouTube is a media company. So when people look for migration law, they're going to come to Rabasha Family Podcast because we host the expert in the industry of migration law. So this is how we built a media company. So this is Nish. Yeah, telling his story. So now you can watch 45 minutes worth of who this person is and who you're going to be spending money with because you've researched them, right? So the framework of becoming a key person of influence. So let me sip my coffee. Sorry, guys, my first time doing this, as I've said 100 times, but you know, you only live once. So I do apologize, but I know there's going to be even this, right? This video now, this webinar, maybe this webinar gets 2 views, 1 view. I know 5, 10 years later, people are going to watch this and appreciate this advice and what I'm doing here. So if I need to set up the camera, why are you doing that, man? Come on. We've invested a lot in you. Okay, so framework for becoming a key person of influence. So for those of you who don't know who Grant Cardone is, Google him. He's in real estate. He took over the industry. He became a key person of influence. I saw him on my YouTube all the time. So I was like, who is this guy? I kind of fell in love with the guy. I'm like, yo, he's pretty cool. I like him. So I've used this as an example. He's always posting. He's always consistent because he's a key person of influence. So now you see his revenue now is just gone below all that. Okay, so just really quickly, guys, boom. I show you some of my thumbnails just in case you missed it. Looks pretty cool, right? Boom, boom, boom. I look cool. All right, I love that thumbnail. So I'm just gonna appreciate myself. Okay, so document your story, craft and share your narrative authentically. So this is our framework. This is what our framework takes to become a key person of influence. So listen very closely. Document your story, craft and share your narrative authentically. Do it authentically, right? Document your story. What I mean is when you go out in your life, you're working, you're a founder, you love what you're doing, just put your camera there. If you don't have your camera, use your phone. Be flexible. Put in your work, what you're doing. If you're writing something, document your story. Everything you do, document. I know sometimes that's hard and people think that's really hard, but it's really not. If you really want to do it, and that's what I'm saying, the people who are watching this video, if you clicked on this video, I just want to talk to serious people. You know, if you can invest the time into anything, it's this. So document your story, right? You don't have to record everything. And that's why we get into things like podcasting and things like that. But you can place systems where you can set up now, not much money, put up your camera and just document things. Document your day, talk about it. Even if you didn't get the whole day, you just put the camera there, say, hey guys, like today, it was a tough day, man. Like I got this news and this happened. But you know what? At the end of the day, you know, just spread your thoughts, right? Even if you don't want to post it. My biggest advice, if you leave from here today, is document it, right? Put it on video and just save it. Keep saving it because you'll always be able to use it later and it's powerful. So then we go on to the Dunbar rule, which is 7, which means 7 hours of content, 11 touch points, and 4 locations. We'll go through that. And that's just building meaningful relationship and networks. That one's very powerful. It's so powerful. And we're going to get into that. So I'm so excited you guys can enjoy this with me. And then it's world domination, man. Expand your reach and impact globally. And you can do it in an instant. You can do it like straight away. And I'll show you live case studies. I'll show you analytics of what exactly I'm talking about. Okay, so document, turn the camera on. Turn the camera on. I'm like, no, turn the camera on. Okay, authentic and it's marketing material. It's authentic. It's not scripted. That day when I got my first client, Nish Sharma, I just went into his office and I just asked him, hey, I turned the camera on. I put on a microphone. He put on a microphone. We were both looking sharp. I'm with my blue do-rag. I looked very sharp, as you can see, very stylish. And I just asked him a question. I just documented it, right? I asked him a question I would have asked him off camera. And it was authentic. He didn't know what I was going to ask him. I didn't tell him what I was going to ask him. I just said, hey, turn the camera on. And then he got someone in his office because he likes that, right? He likes to show himself. He's a fit looking man. So got the camera up, put on the microphone, I clipped it on him and I said, hey, and then I just and the way we edited and presented it, of course we made mistakes. It happens all the time, but yeah, just turn the camera on. And now it becomes marketing material because what I did was I posted it everywhere. I posted it on shorts everywhere. So his name's just getting mentioned out globally. You see on my channel, I've had over 13 million views. Maybe 10,000, 5,000 of views have come from just looking at him, right? So you're expanding your reach globally. Okay, so this is the Dunbar rule. Let's get straight to business, right? I hope you guys are writing things down. This is very important stuff. This is the Dunbar rule. Before a customer buys from you, and you see, this is not just me making this up. This is research from Google. You can Google this, the Dunbar rule 7114. And I want you to listen very closely. Write this down because you're a business owner. You want to get your reach and impact out bigger. You want your work to be here for generations and generations. You want your content to be working for you. What do I mean by that? You want your content to be working for you. You Google who this man's name is. He has content working for him. He doesn't have to cold call them. He doesn't have to go out of his bed to wake them up, to tell them, hey, look, I'm the man to help you and your family come to Australia. He's sleeping and he has content working for him. A lot of content, right? He has content working for him. When he's no longer here on his earth, his children will be able to see his work. His children will be able to appreciate his work. He'll see how he was smart, how he loved talking about law. His children right now can go and Google their father, and this is what comes up. This is powerful. And they can do it in a way that's entertaining, that's engaging, and that's powerful. It becomes the industry expert. So let me get back to my point. So they need 7 hours of engagement. Think about every person you've bought from, right? Think about every person you've bought from and think about it closely. Look at the customer journey. Me personally, when I pay for something, and when I pay for something with a lot of money, I do my due diligence. I Google them. I see who they are. What are they about? Can I trust them? Can I trust them with this amount of money? So if you're looking, if I'm searching, if I'm looking for you and your solution and I see you and I can watch 7 hours of your content, I can go and watch 7 hours of your content and see, okay, boom, what's he talking about? Can I relate with him? Can I see myself in him? Right? 7 hours. And that could be blogs. That could be blogs. It could be articles. Articles are good. People love reading. Those are good things, right? Of course, video is just quite strong because it's the visual. Let's say Spotify, audio, they can go and listen to you. That's powerful too. The listening is very powerful. People still listen a lot. If they can do both, that's what I talk about. But 7 hours of engagement, 11 touch points, which is the number of interactions you have with those people, which is you see them everywhere, right? You see them on YouTube, you see them on TikTok. Whoa, you see them, you just see this person everywhere. If I Google him, I see him everywhere on all these different platforms. This is this is domination. And then 4 locations. Your prospects don't necessarily want to engage with you in only one place. Maybe they see Nish Sharma on, okay, let's have a look. So maybe they see, some people see him on YouTube, but then, okay, let's go check him on TikTok. Let's go check him on TikTok. Okay, let's go see who this guy is. All right, so we've checked him on YouTube. Okay, who is this guy? Can I trust him to handle my migration law? Oh, I come on his profile. Okay, he has a lot of content. Oh, he has 250,000 views. What's he talking about?
Hi, all, this is Anish from Professional Base and
I'll put it on mute. Oh, he's looking professional. He's wearing a tie. There's a lot of comments, and he's giving news. Oh, he's breaking news, recent changes. Okay, it's very soon. So now they're consuming some people consume his content on TikTok. People on TikTok are Googling migration laws. I have problems. I want my family to come live in Australia. This is what they see. And then you do this. So think about this. Think about if you're doing this on a consistent basis. Think about if you do this for the next 10 to 15 to 20 to 30 to 40 years, there's just videos and videos of you and your colleagues, you and staff, interesting videos. This was kind of around the time that, we had him, just interesting videos with thousands of views. And he's talking about migration law. He's talking about what it takes to move to Australia. And all we're doing, I just came to his office. I sat down, put the camera up. Okay, go. I let him do what he loves. And I took the stress of him having to worry about, okay, this stuff. But you get the point, right? So now his content is working for him on all platforms. So it's not a small ask. It requires that you create an ecosystem and then serve it with a robust content strategy. So you see the ecosystem, you can find him on YouTube, you can find him on TikTok, you can find him on Facebook. He posts those same videos. If you Google him right now on Facebook. So you see people in the community, they keep seeing him. He's getting hundreds of thousands of views. That's becoming the news. He's reaching all those people. Those are like leaders, right? You look at the politics. They have media behind them. So you're using media to get all of these things, the 7-Eleven, the 4, and they will just keep coming to buy from you. And again, this is the long term. It's not going to happen in the year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. Maybe there's quicker things, and there's quicker things to get you there. But still, it's still over a long period of time. Imagine doing that work on a consistent basis. So I just want to give that example. I want to tell you what I'm talking about. So this is Washington Mazambani. Let's Google him right now. Okay. Let's Google him. All right, cool. You come across his industry. So spelled his name wrong. Sorry, man. Okay, because I kind of know him. Okay, so okay, cool. I've kind of searched this man's business. This is who he is. So that's him over there. He's a wealth creation. He talks a lot on wealth creation, right? So I met him a month or so back. He's a great guy. So that's as you can see, Your Wealth Mentor TV. You can check out his website. He's got a great website. He has a Club 50, an exclusive membership, get 8 properties within 10 years. Yeah. So that's Washington Mazambani. So back to the presentation. That's him. So I met him. And when he came to this meeting, he had already spent time with me. And what do I mean by that is I connected with him on LinkedIn. He was like, check out my profile. Okay, suave looking, fella. But Most likely he Googled me just to see what I'm about. Most likely he Googled me. So what comes up is Instagram, LinkedIn comes up. Straight away on page 1 of Google, there's videos straight away. Videos, just me talking, dad. There's just videos. There's a YouTube channel. You see 28,000 subscribers. So already he can see me at different locations. He can see pictures. This is the page 1 of Google. He can see a podcast. He can go. So that's what I mean by spend time with me. Spotify, about my football career, Spotify, look, professional visa and education services. I think I saw that somewhere. This is the page 1 of when he Googles me, of who he's going to meet. He can already go and spend time with me. So what can he see? He can definitely see 7 hours of engagement. And one of the reasons why he wanted to sit down with me, I posted a video and it was about investing. It was about diaspora families and about investing, right? And I had Grant Cardone. It was, if I can find it, yeah, I'll find it later. So he was intrigued. He went and watched it, and he had spent time with me. This was before we had even met. He had already knew what I was about, kind of what I do a little bit. So let me go hear more from him. But he had all of those tick boxes, 7-Eleven 4, seen me on different locations, spent over 7 hours with me, saw 11 touch points. Took the meeting, he became a client. And this is what you can see. Thumbnail, pay yourself. What are you about? Who are you? So I sat down and took an interview with him. I said, tell me your story. Where are you from? What were your mistakes? Tell me about your life. Why should I trust you? Who are you? Who are you? How can I relate to your story? How can I trust you with my wealth? So now this is a 54-minute video, and you can go and spend time. You can go and spend time with him and see who he is. So this is my channel. Let's have a look. Okay. You can go and spend time with him. You can go and listen to the advice that he has to say. You can go and hear, you can see, you can be engaged, you can watch it with your wife. Who is this guy? Most of the attention, most of the time as an entrepreneur, I'm on my phone. I listen to podcasts. I love listening to podcasts. I love listening to storytelling. I love listening on things like wealth creation because I'm looking to do that. I want to build wealth for my family. So I was able to sit down in a room with him and just ask him basic human questions. Who are you? What was your story? Wow, that must have been a hard time in your life. You had to go through that. Yeah, I went through that too. I can relate to that. I can ask you questions about that. And most likely thousands of people have gone through that similar experience to Washington. There's me. I usually do a meditation. Wow, I posted that. We just posted. I'm really authentic. I just turned the camera on. So I do a little meditation before I present. And I was asking him questions about who he is and what he represents. And I'm just so proud when I talk about my clients. I'm really sorry, guys. But it's just as simple as that. It's as simple as that. And now his content is working for him. So in the last 28 days, boom, it's all green. And look at this. This is my favorite part. I tell clients, look at the watch hours. That means they've spent over 5 hours with him. Someone spending over 5 hours listening to his advice. Look, Power of Prosperity, investing, 2 subscribers. Wow, they're listening. And I haven't double seen if he's on Spotify. But think about now, if you can trust him, you can listen to 5 hours. Maybe he hasn't even reached 7 hours yet. Maybe he's gonna watch this. 5 hours. And this is just recent. I've just posted this. So in 2 years, this is gonna be here. In 3 years, this is going to be here. In 10 years, this is still going to be here. Of course, it's his channel. This is still, he has the footage. He has the footage of this. If anything happens to his channel, he can always post this. He has this in his hands. And he's allowing you to see it. That is powerful. Niche, all of them. That is powerful. You are spreading your word, your agenda, and you control the narrative. You can tell your story. If anything, go on, someone spreads a rumor about you, you can come to my office, but I'll be there. Cool. Tell me your story. Talk, express yourself. This is the day and age we live in. The game has changed. Welcome to the creator economy. One of our other customers, clients, I should say, Anastasia Wanina. She's a leadership teacher. She's an author. She's a mother. And she just wanted to tell her story. I have some other photos with her, but she just wanted to tell her story, to spread her message. And she came to me and I said, okay, cool. This is what we're going to do. This is her channel here. Let me go to her channel. How do I go to the, okay. Okay, so I'm just going on her channel now. Okay, so she's a coach, right? She's a leadership coach. And this is just a previous example. I'm just using our most recent case study. But she's a leadership coach. She's an author as well. So she just teaches, especially women and people, how to invest in yourself. She's got a book. She's an author. And this is really great. Like, people, if you have a book, you are a gem. The reason I'm having this webinar is because I want to tell you, you are sitting on a gem. You know, I believe, if maybe I'm wrong, that you know, Anastasia she's still grinding on doing her thing and getting her word out there. Maybe she may have a side job, maybe not. I'm not too sure. But she's a great client, right? She's a mid-ticket client, but she just wants to get her story out there. She wants to get her story out there. So I just started to tell her to document things, to record things. And we started to build a media company around her business. When I talk about document things, let's look at this, right? This was an event that she had. She had this event with the lovely Auntie Esther, and it was an Empower Her beautiful event, right? Teaching women. Even if I have the thumbnail there, I can show it to you. She was teaching women about the power of believing in themselves and entrepreneurship. And she told me to come and document it. I documented it. And then, of course, she had it. It's just a whole lot of footage. And we edited in a video for people who weren't in that room. There was people who were not in that room. All she did was, she didn't have to put a script. She didn't have to do anything. She just said, look, I'm teaching this Empower Her event. Come and bring your cameras, put them up, record them, and I'm just going to do my thing. Me and Auntie Esther, we're going to do our thing. And I provided them the footage. And Anastasia, I call her auntie because I'm a respectful young man, you know, she documented it, you know, took the footage, she gave it to me, and I said, okay, we're going to drop it in spurts because we're going to build a media company around your business. That's what we're going to do. So we dropped it in spurts, right? Scale your business, you know, with a great thumbnail, you know, where she's talking advice and she's giving game on how to scale her business, you know, the subtitles, people can listen. You can put this, okay, who is this person? I want to give my child, let's say I have a lot of money and this is the person I want to give my money to help my child go through their journey in entrepreneurship. You can be a parent. You Google her and you can watch her story. She was doing what she would have done, but she's turning the camera. This works for any industry, real estate, anything. If you ask your clients, hey, clients, is it okay, a small group? Can I just record this, put it in the background? If you wanted me to use it as B-roll, I can. Certain information I don't have to use, I can send it to you. If you do all your protocols, you can build a media company around her business. So let's just look at her, 7-Eleven touch points, right? Okay, it says this last 28 days, we did 118 views, 1.4 watch hours. Okay, let's have a look, right? Okay, cool. But still we can see they can spend time with her. Let's look here. She has stats, right? They can go in and spend time with her. This is the most that she's seen in the last 28 days. We're doing well. Look what you're doing. 118 views. The watch time is 41 seconds. People are engaged because they're searching for entrepreneurship advice. They're searching for this. People want to see things like this. This is powerful. Australia, India, look at the people that it's touching. Look at the lives that it's helping, no matter what. She has content. So her child will see this, right? Let's go on her channel. Her child will be able to see, look at this, look at the content that she has talking about what she loves, how to scale your business, right? So you can see these thumbnails are the ones that we made. She made this. She's always had this. This is what we did for her. She's always had this mission, but it's just the editing. It takes time. She's a mother. She doesn't have time to do that, right? So she just wants us to do it. So look at the shorts that she has, which is the short form content, right? Look, this was an amazing example here, right? She had a call, and I told her, I said, hey, what you're going to do is with that call, she was teaching entrepreneurs or investors what to do with their money or something like that. So she had a call, and I said, just turn the camera on. Look, this is what she was wearing. She was in her room, just being her authentic self. You can see her headphones in there. She was doing the call. All she did was turn the camera on. And then now she documented, sent it to us, and then now we're able to release it as a media company. So when people Google her, when people see her on YouTube, on LinkedIn, when people see her on these platforms, they can trust her because they can spend time with her, right? So again, our other clients, we have their podcast, AJ Prakash, the CEO of Entry Level, amazing friends. These are really cool people. We've been managing their podcast. I'm really excited to show you these guys because these guys are really cool clients, and like I get to learn from them so much. We just took their channel. They needed help. And as you can see, everything is just like green. This is yet to be released. We're going to release that tomorrow, but that's them talking about what they love to do. So you can see these 3 last thumbnails. They're just talking about what they love. So 2,000. Look at this. Look how impressive this is. And I send them this too. But 15 hours they got of watch time. So people who like tech, people who are interested in what you're interested, people say, oh, I can't go viral. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Why not? Who are you not to tell what to do with your belief in here? And this is a gift for you. Look at the clients we're managing, and for me, I'm just proud to say that because it's like, yo, I've been begging this. I've been telling people, yo, this is powerful. And this is the next wave. The ones who do this are going to outlast their competitors. No one can copy what you have. And when you turn on the camera, it's powerful. So these are CEO over the past 15 hours of watch time, 9 subscribers, 2.5 thousand views. People can go and spend time with them. Look at this, right? To be honest, I didn't know what the hell they were talking about, but they were talking about TB and what this man's done and how he saved lives. So now maybe you're just interested in tech. This was before we took their channel. This is when we got it. Maybe you're just in tech, right? Maybe you see something and now you can spend hours with them. You can see short videos of them. So we just manage their YouTube channel right now, and we're doing their audio platform because they're a podcast. We manage their podcast and we just give them the consistency. So we run their media company. All I'm asking for you to do is record your videos, send it to us. We're going to get your thumbnail. We're going to get your video. We're going to put you all over the web. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do our part on YouTube. So we go in each video, make an amazing thumbnail, put in short clips that they can use for their marketing. They don't care so much about it. But when they're sleeping, their podcast is working for them. People can go and spend time with them. Look at all these shorts in such a short amount of time, right? This is from when we took them over. So let's say from here, right? Look, you know, and it's the more amount of views. And we've just put this up there. This will live on for their kids can go and watch this, right? They can go and spend time with their father. This is what I'm talking about. So as you can see, I can talk about this all day long. I didn't want to bore you with too much. Okay, so frequently asked questions that I get is, how can I monetize my personal brand within the first 3 months, right? Okay, so for the ones looking for maybe like, okay, how can I get my money back? Again, I always tell people, if you're in this to get your money back within a short amount of time, like let's say you spend on Google ads, then when you know, this is not for you, maybe. Let's just say that. Like the short-term thinking, I'm not like, that's kind of not what I'm into. I'm more into who's thinking long-term, you know. So, but let's say within first 3 months, if you have things going for you. So what I will say, like you see, so one of our clients, Your Wealth Mentor, here, so he has his own blog. He has his own blog, which is very powerful because people are asking questions on Google, and he has a blog to answer those questions. So he has a blog, which is again, I said, it's extremely powerful. It's him giving his advice. It's natural to him because he's good at writing. So he has a blog up, but now there's also additional content that a consumer can spend time with him to then trust him to say, I'm going to give you my money because you're going to be the person to help me provide wealth. So that's how you can monetize it within the first 3 months, is by already having your systems and operations and your LTV. You're making great money already, and you just say, listen, let me fund a media company so I can be pushing advertisements and pushing things for people to go on my blog or people to go on my distribution channels, wherever that is, so I can make the sales. That's how I can make revenue. That's how you can monetize it within the first 3 months. You're already doing well. Let's say you're running ads. If you're doing quite well, you're running ads. Well, now by doing a podcast, you can use clips from that podcast, run them on ads, and make money. That's how you can make money within the first 3 months. If you already have a good, well system happening. If you don't, forget about it. It's not for you. Branding is more long term. It's more than just short term. It's more just a money grab. This is that you got to be into it, and that's why we have very few clients, because we want to keep it where it's relatively low, but we're building your media company. So you know what I mean, and until now we have premium editors within each one. I want to look at developing SaaS software products that people can just go in and have their videos done. They don't have to do much. All they have to do is document their story. All they have to do is turn the camera on. When they go and do speeches at a church, when they want to go and build their charity, they can build a personal brand so people can spend time with them. So yeah, I really answered your question. So how do I overcome imposter syndrome when trying to establish myself as a KPI? That's a great question. And yes, you got to deal with yourself, right? And this goes back to let's look at my Instagram, right? This goes back to just knowing who you are. Sorry, I spelled my name wrong. It just goes back to knowing who you are, right? Like you can do, for me, I didn't know who I was when I started my channel. Like, yes, I was doing my thing, but I'll show you that in a bit. Okay. It takes time because you have to know who you are. When you know who you are, that you should never fear anything and you should just go with something full throttle. You're not going to worry about imposter syndrome. You're going to walk into a building and know who you are and know it's not about money. Know that you just have an authentic being and no one can, you are separate. You are chosen. You are blessed. And I'm just about spreading that out to the world. So you have to deal with yourself first to get into building your personal brand. It's not easy. You do have to fall in love with yourself, or you can become victim to thinking what other people think of you, being worried, or personal data, things like that. And really, you just show what you want to show. If you want to push your business, you push your business, right? You don't have to be taking selfies and saying, look at me. No, you're saying, look at my business, because my business actually provides a solution. And I was once in your shoes, and maybe you're in somewhere in Sweden. Maybe you're in somewhere in the UK. Maybe you're somewhere in New Zealand. You can listen to my story, resonate with it, you'll buy my product, you'll like my service and feel valued by my service. You can spread it to your friends. They can go and they can watch me. And when I'm sleeping, not only is the content my intellectual property, because now I monetize that content, right? So now 20, 30, 40 years, that content is bringing me revenue. People are watching it now. It's got 200, 300,000 views. The ads are running on there. I have my business in there. That's how it's generating revenue. So now when you're sleeping, money is being earned because now the content becomes an asset. The asset produces income, and you can also get income from, let's say, clients. And let's say your business is a high ticket service. If you run an exclusive and a media company towards that thing, and you want to build the brand, you want to be the key person of influence, you want to be the head honcho, the boss, and show yourself out to the world. Well, you have yourself on YouTube, you establish your media company, you have your podcast, you build a brand, you make people love you, you make people spend time with you. And then those specific group of people, they'll find you on those platforms, they spend time with you. And then now let's say you have a high ticket service, 10 people out of 3-4 people watch your content, they're buying from you, and your ticket is high service. You're going to kill it, right? You're going to become, over a long year period, the key person of influence. They're just going to want to buy the service because it has something to do with you. The key person of influence, people want to work for that person. Imagine people who want to work for your company. You're going to consume my content. You see me, I'm documenting everything. All when we didn't have clients, when I was going and knocking on doors, I was recording it. I was walking out with pride because I knew what I have. And I knew what I had was valuable. I knew what I had could touch the world. I knew it, and I didn't doubt it for 1 second. And I followed that along through. But I documented everything. My children can go and watch that. They can spend time on that, right? And so when it comes to building a team, I have documentation of how to treat your employees. I've been paying staff now, and I'm so proud. We just reached our best month ever. And, with the select group of clients we had, and it's just like to be able to just, I want also the people who I work with, I want them to be proud. So we create content and we build things, right? And so I just documented all of that. So I think it's just really powerful. So what I tell people is do a quiz, man. Like, we have a quiz. I developed score apps. Funny enough, right? There was this guy called Daniel Priestley in the same industry I'm in, and he was teaching people how to build a personal brand. I spent time with him. I watched his podcast and I was fascinated by his mindset, his entrepreneurship. I was just fascinated by the way he spoke. And I spent time with him. And then I saw that he developed a quiz. And the quiz is just designed for your clients to go in there, kind of see what you're about. They see a landing page, and they do a quiz. They give in their details, they put in their email, their name, and they can take a quiz and find out if they're a key person of influence in their industry. So they can find that out, and we can just give them a report and see what it says. If it's high, then keep doing that. Maybe you can do more of this. If it's low, okay, well, you need to do this. So we developed the quiz, and you can find out how powerful your brand is, just so now you can take the things what I've been saying here and apply it to your business, apply it to your life so you can grow. So it's a quiz that we've done. We can give great reports. Well, you get a report, but also additional report and service on, is there room to work with you? Are you an ideal client? Can you develop a brand? Are you thinking long-term, And what we do, again, passionate about it, but how can we build a brand? How can we leave a legacy? And if it's not too well, then come and you can have a chat with me. We can have a one-on-one call, and we can see how you can develop your brand, how you can get there, how you can build this long-term. Yeah. So that's it. Again, it's about legacy, as you can see in the thumbnails there. Any questions on social media? I figured I'll just do this weekly. So you guys can let me know how I'm doing. It was my first one. Well, I've actually done one before, but I was actually documenting this, and I've recorded this webinar, so I'll just post it on my YouTube channel. And then for the people who never saw this, they can go and watch it and learn. And that's the most valuable thing you can do in life. So you can scan my quiz if you want. You can go in there, scan it, take the quiz. If you're the right person, we will get back to you. If you are any person, regardless, you will get a report on how you're doing. And just a tip, a little advice that's not so much, I don't like to explore a lot of information. This one, I hope you're writing it down, but it's small information that you can use. Like, okay, I need to be posting more. Boom, you can go do it. So you can just have that there. It's for free. You fill it out. If you're a bit serious and you're thinking long term are high ticket, then you can maybe exclusively work with us. And that's a maybe. So you'd have to scan that, fill in the quiz, and we'll be happy to have you, you know? Yeah. So thank you guys so much for this webinar. I really enjoyed it. I hope you have a fantastic day. Little over an hour. Yeah, thanks guys. Bye.
If you really enjoyed this video, make sure to click here, and I'm sure you're gonna love that one.